Hello, and welcome to the SCA Service Library tutorial. I am your host, the Honorable Bantirna Kira Inyan Varasa. The SCA Service Library is available to everyone. It is a unique website and social platform. Here you'll be able to learn from different resources within and outside of the SCA. You'll find everything from the logistics of hosting a feast, specific office-related content, SCA life information, job skills, how to run an event, and so much more. There will be something for everyone, no matter what type of service you offer in the SCA. If you don't see what you're looking for, there's even a form to fill out where you can request the information, and we'll see what we can do to add it to the site. You'll also find there is a community to log into as well. You'll be able to upload information to the system, connect with other members, and even start discussions about service in the SCA within the community page. Let's get started. This is the homepage of the SCA Service Library. From this point on, I will simply refer to this system as the library. In the header and footer area, you'll find the words log in. We will get to that soon. But first, I'd like to show you a couple of the features you can use without being a member to the library. In the header, you'll see that there are four main components to the library: Populace, SCAdian Service Connection, Full Library, and Community. These will remain at the top of every page and can be used to navigate from one to another at any time. You can also click the Home button to be taken back to the main page. At the top of the home page, you'll find a video tutorial link that connects you to this video anytime you need a refresher on the information. Below it are the four components with a brief description of what each section has to offer. Lastly is a box below that you can click on to recommend content or request specific content if you can't find what you're looking for on the website. We will continue to update the site as often as possible. We can go over this in more detail soon. To start, let's click on the full library. Here you'll find all of the content listed in the library. To watch videos, simply click on the play button. If you see the blue and purple screen that says please click the title above, simply click anywhere on the dark blue space to be taken to a new window with information about the topic of service. You can do this for videos as well if you would like more information about it. Before we do that, let's talk about filters. As you can see, you have three options. You can use one or all of them. There are hundreds of ways you can mix and match. The first one you see is by source. For general information, you'll find this is non-SCA content that is relative to all or some services within the SCA, such as event planning. If you click on the SCA bubble, you'll find content that is made by SCAdians for SCAdians. Let's click on the SCA. As you can see, it filtered out the general content, leaving just that of the SCA. The next section we have is by media. This allows you to decide what type of content you'll like to review. It will grow as more content is added to the library. Feeling like watching videos? Then just click videos. In more of a reading mood? Then click blog. In the future, other types of media like podcasts, books, vlogs, etc. will be added. For now, let's click on blogs. Note, you do not need to select a source to select a type of media. As you can see, there are only 6 blogs currently available to click on. There will be more content added by the time you watch this. To break it down, we can choose a tag. Let's say that we're currently interested in learning more about burnout. Now we have narrowed down our topic and know that we will be directed to a link where we can learn more about this topic by reading. As stated before, let's click on the dark blue area for more information on Recovering from Burnout Part 1. After clicking on the link, you are taken to a page in the library where you can see the content without having to exit the library. Unfortunately, some screens may be too small to properly display the content. In this case, you'll find there is a link under the title. By clicking it, you'll be externally directed to the full web page that the content is being displayed from. If you do this, you will have to switch back to the website in order to continue to interact with it. If you can access the information without opening a new tab and want to go back to the library, you can either click on the full library in the header or simply use the back button. Either way, it will reset the filters to a new search. For videos, you can click to play them directly from this screen, as you see on the video Royal Gifts. You can also click on the dark blue around the video to open a similar page to what you previously saw with the blog. This will open a page that gives you the title, the instructor creator, and the external link if needed. You can also play the video from this page as well. From here, we'll return to the home page by clicking on the home button in the header area. The next section I would like to discuss is the SCAdian Service Connection. This is a space for all sorts of media you can connect to for more information. Like the full library section, you can click these links to connect to other content about service within the SCA. These particular links only open new windows as you'll be directed to their platforms to use. Let's take a look at the Royal University of Mid-Realm RUM. As you can see, I clicked on it and it took me to the YouTube channel. I will have to return to the site to continue exploring the library. There are a lot of really great external resources and I hope you take the time to look around them. Let's return to the home page. The next section we're going to explore is the Populace tab. There are two parts to this section on the site. The first one is Connect to the Populace by topic, and the second is Connect to the Populace by person. Since you have to be a member of the library to connect to the Populace by person, we're going to take a look at the topic on the left first. Like the full library, you are given choices below with filters to narrow down the choices. Unlike the full library, the choices are by person rather than types of media. The information given to us on the full library exists because it is already publicly available through other sites. For this site, you must give us permission to add you to the library. You can do this by clicking on the Google form link here. This form will ask a few simple questions that we'll use to display on the profile for the Populace tab. This information is public and will be accessible to anyone on the website regardless if they are a member or not. Please read the form carefully and agree to the terms at the end of the form to be included in the Connect to the Populace by Topic page. Once the information is submitted, a profile will be added as you see here. Marcus here is just an example. We'll be interacting with his card in a moment. For now, let's take a look at how this profile will appear after the form is submitted by reviewing the one I created for myself. As you can see, the profile gives you my full name, title, and highest award recognition. It also includes a picture, the types of services you can contact me about, and the contact information for how you can reach me. You can choose a more public type of contact such as email, phone number, Facebook profile, or other type of contact you prefer. I understand that your privacy is important and that some people may rather not make any of their information public. You can still participate in the site by becoming a member where people can message you directly within the SCA Service Library. More on that in just a few minutes. We're going to go back a page. As you saw on my profile, I have listed what types of service I am available to be contacted about for more information. Above the profiles, you'll see filters. They work the same way as they did on the full library. The difference here is that it will let you know who is willing to discuss and/or teach the topic you choose. Let's choose Event Steward. By selecting this, you can see that the choices didn't change. If Marcus were in the SCA, that would mean both people are willing to take the time to discuss information about being an event steward. Unclicking Event Steward will reset the options and show you everyone. Let's say you were interested in learning about GATE. As you can see, it has singled out myself, implying that Marcus does not have experience or has chosen that he is not interested in discussing GATE with other people. Once again, when we unselect it, Marcus returns and we're back to the beginning. You can use the filters to narrow down more than one topic listed. Let's choose Event Steward again, but now we want to know more about GATE from Event Stewards. So we can also select GATE from the second set of filters. This will narrow down your choices to people who know about running events, but also have knowledge about GATE at events as well. As you can see, Kira is the only person left and Marcus is no longer there. You can click on any of the profiles listed, then use the contact information to reach out to them. If they are only reachable as a member of the site, you'll have to become a member to contact them. To do this, we're going to return to the original Populace page. On the right, you'll see the choice to connect to the Populace by person. Once you click on it, you'll be taken to a member login page. This part of the site is only available to people who are members. If you choose not to be a member, it will remain closed to you. Once you are a member, this tab will show you profiles of all the members who have already joined. Let's click Login to get started. This is going to take you to a general login pop-up. It is similar to most others and gives you the choice to log in with a Google account, a Facebook profile, or by choosing your own email. If you haven't signed up yet, you'll want to click Sign Up to get started. The page is nearly the same, but it will start a new profile. For this example, we are going to use the Gmail choice. You will see a new box appear with the ability to choose which account you'd like to use. Since mine is already listed, we're going to go with it. Otherwise, you can choose to use another account of your choice. Signing up as a member of the SCA Library is that easy. Now you have access to other members' profiles. Let's check out Kira Verasa's. As you can see, you have the choice to click Follow or Message. Clicking Follow will change the message to a person with a check, letting you know that they are a member you are following. You can also click on the Message button as well. This will open a familiar chat box where you can use it just like any other to communicate with that member. You can exit off when you're done. If you click on the member's photo, name, followers, or following, you'll be directed to their profile page. On the profile page, you can see the information that they have submitted, files they have chosen to upload, forum comments, and forum posts. This optimizes the ability to hear what they have to say and allows other members to engage and learn from them. Simply click the back button to return to the members page. Now we're going to look at what your member card may look like by clicking on the profile that I used to log in as a member. You'll immediately see that it is a little different than the previous profile we were looking at. That one had not yet been set up. As you can see, the top choices of the profile are a little different when it is your own section. You'll also have the choices of My Account, Notifications, and Settings. Your profile allows you to share information that you want others to see. It is a good space to tell other SCAdians what you do in the SCA and how you may be able to assist them with their service as well. For the sake of this demo, I'm simply going to copy and paste a bit of information. At this point, you may want to add photos, a video, or a GIF. The options are limitless. Just remember that your page will be visible to any other member who signs up on the site. Once you're done, simply click Publish. You'll instantly see that your profile is updated with the information you provided. Let's review your account settings and finish setting up your profile page. Your display name is added by default when you sign up, but you can change this at any time. I am going to use my name, Kira Inyan Barasa. Once I click Update Info, my name changes besides my photo, which auto-added through the photo on my email address. This will update with other social media platforms as well. You do have the option to add one yourself. You can also change the background behind your photo as well. Scrolling down, you'll notice the account info. Next to each box shows either a lock or a globe. The lock means only you will see it, and the globe means it will show on your profile. I am going to update the fields with my SCA name. I am opting to publicly include my email, so I am adding it to the contact email box. Under title, I will add what I go by in the SCA. Since Bantirna means lady in Irish and my persona is Irish, this is what I choose to use here. If you have been given a specific title in the SCA, such as mistress, master, lady, lord, etc., please feel free to add it here so SCAdians know how to properly address you. Under social links, you'll see you have a few options to add links to your profile if you would like people to access them either to connect with you or view your content. I'm going to add my Facebook page here because I want people to be able to message me if they would like to reach me that way. Now I just click Update Info. Under Account Settings, you have a few options to review. Your community page URL allows you to share your page with other members so they don't have to search for you. It will also be the link we use under the Connect to the Populace by Topic page if you want others to contact you through the library system. To do this, simply click the Edit URL. A box will appear where you can then type in what you would like your URL to be. For me, I'm going to go with my first name and save it. You can see the URL has been updated. If you change this and you have a profile on the Connect to the Populace by Topic portion of the website, you'll need to share that information with an admin so they can correct the link and direct contact to your profile page. Under Profile Visibility, you have the option to make your profile private. If you choose this option, people will not be able to view your profile and you will no longer be able to interact with other profiles in the system until yours is made public again. I would only use this option if you are no longer interested in being contacted. You would also need to contact the admins if you have a profile under the By Topic Populace page so it can be properly updated or removed. Lastly, you have the ability to block and unblock members for yourself. They will show up in this section and you will be able to manage them. Let's take a look at how all of this information is presented on your profile page. As you can see, to the right under Overview, the email, title, and Facebook profiles have been added and are now accessible to anyone with a membership to utilize. Now that we have our profile sorted, let's review the Files tab. You have two choices here, Uploads and My Favorites. Under the Uploads tab, you can click where it says to start adding files to the library. This will open a community library where you can then upload different types of media to share with other members in the community. Here you can see there are two examples, a folder and a PDF. You'll be able to see who the contributors are if they have added their name. You also have the ability to click on the star to save it to your favorites under your profile so that it is easily accessible in the future. Let's see how this looks on your profile. To return to your account, you can locate the two member connections in the header and footer of the website. You can click on your name and it will create a menu. From that menu, you can choose to go to your profile, your account, or log out. We're going to click on Profile. Once you return to your profile, click on Files. The files that you added to the library will appear under Uploads, and the ones you have starred as favorites will appear under the My Favorites tab, as you can see. The next parts of your profile relate to forums. That is the fourth part of this site, and we'll discuss that in just a moment. Let's talk about notifications. This is where you'll be notified about different posts, comments, messages, and more. Next to notifications, we have the Notification Settings tab. I am not going to go over everything within this tab, so I recommend taking time to explore the settings listed within this tab. You have the ability to choose what type of notifications show up in your Notifications tab. I highly recommend leaving the chat, messages, new messages, and Wix forum comments or replies on. I suggest daily notifications rather than weekly if you are looking to communicate with others in the library more efficiently. Lastly, we have the forums. For this, we're going to return to the home page. Our last section of this site is the community. Here we'll have forums you can create or join in on the discussions. I would like to draw your attention to the new post section. We have one where you can introduce yourself and another that are the forum rules. I highly recommend reviewing this before using the forums. If the rules are not being followed, you may find your account blocked and you will not have access to the forums. The forums are an active platform to help SCAdians learn about and evolve their service. Once again, let's use the header to link to your profile page. As mentioned before, you have the ability to click on forum comments and forum posts. These two tabs give you easy access to the posts and comments you have made within the SCA Service Library. By having your comments and posts listed, you'll have an easier time finding and connecting to the content you've already interacted with. Once again, let's go to the home page. The last part of the library I want to draw your attention to is the last segment at the bottom of the page but above the footer. The click here to suggest or request content for this website opens a new page to 2 Google Forms that are available right on this site. The top one is Service Library Content. Your email may already be connected if you are using a Gmail account. Instead of filling out the information, I'm going to show you a behind-the-scenes look of what the form will require. It is quite simple. The second section is going to ask for your name and a way to contact you so that we will be able to reach out if there are any problems with the links or information in regards to the content supplied. The third part is directly about the content. It simply requires a title, the type of media you're suggesting, and the link so that we can finish filling in the fields on our end. There is a space for more information, just in case there is something extra you think we need to know. Once submitted, we will be able to process the information and it will be added directly to the library once approved. The other part of this page is the Tell us what you would like to learn about form. If at any time you do not find relative content to the type of service you're looking to learn more about, our admins are happy to see if there's anything we can do to find information you're searching for. You have the choice to tell us your name and contact information for updates, or leave that part blank and simply give us feedback about what you'd like to see added to the SCA Service Library. Thank you for taking the time to review this video and learn more about what the SCA Service Library has to offer. We hope that you will take the time to become a member and support the library. Your membership is free and contributes to our community with more resources and support. Together, we can make SCA Service a more supportive, welcoming, and stronger community, which in turn will only support a more well-rounded and functioning society for creative anachronism. This has been Bantirna, Kira, and Yamvarasa. Thank you for your time, and I look forward to seeing you on the SCA Service Library.